An ox cart ought to make our journey easier. Fewer monsters are to be found on the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light.
Might there be aught over there?
We ought to take a closer look.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your aid against her. You have no goblins approach!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. Good work. No less in service to the enemy. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements. Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart, then.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
I was informed of your coming would be arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first, it would seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one arisen. That arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the Sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Vermont's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous consul, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the Sovereign in your stead, a mere puppet. However, with your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
I ought to turn in for the night.
How are we to fight with such warlike
Oh, what luck! 'Tis a chest!
Let us hope your curiosity will be rewarded.
you need of me?
This really is fine craftsmanship.
I've all manner of arms for sale. Come, have yourself a look.
Tis most exhilarating to hand over such a sum.
We've a journey to prepare for after all. We can't afford to cut corners. lots to do, and precious little time.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
We ought to put it to good use.
I've heard some interesting tidings about town.
Well met, sir. Forgive my presumption, but were you the one who gave my granddaughter that medicine in Melv? I thought so. She's not stopped talking of her adventure since she arrived home. You have my sincerest thanks for aiding her. That girl's always running off on some fool's errand or other, for all my chiding. Once she gets an idea under her bonnet, there's simply no talking her out of it. Now listen, 'tisn't much, but I'd fain offer you a discount on my wares. Pray, make good use of it, won't you?
What's got you in such a good mood? Do tell.
Welcome and well met. Don't think I've forgotten your discount now. I'll knock a few gold pieces off aught you buy. So spend away, my good sir. Tis good to be busy. Work begets opportunity. Tis good to be busy. Work begets opportunity. Tis good to be busy. Work begets opportunity. Do come again.
Here you are, sir. From me to you.
This really is fine craftsmanship.
A treasure chest! Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Just about had my fill of this ruckus.
My bad.
These writings could be of import.
Let's have a look then.
Am I shedding? Must be my winter coat growing in.
The rules at your neck.
Well met. You are come to Shakir's Inn, a place of respite for the weary traveller. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth. There's trade to be had in times both fair and fell. You know where to find me. Well met, sir.
Off to market I go.
I'm in fine fettle today. Pray, allow me to open yon chest.
Puts me in the mood for a song, it does. What to make of this?
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? Sit back, relax, and enjoy the finest brews in all of Vernworth.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here. As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the Sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. 'Twould be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Vernworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, There is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge of Vermont.
Off we go then. There are beasts to be slain.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Deezer's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you, yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels for now, though I have yet to uncover so much as a whisper of her plots. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation.
Right, just follow me.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to your Majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Deezer demanded Waldar amend the code of Vermont to her own benefit. And many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be willing to vouch for your Majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, take this. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee be cautious, Your Majesty. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid.
Could you come over here?
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
We're going this way now, I suppose. By your will.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few.
Haven't you a lantern arisen?
I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge. We must not let down our guard. I grant you fire's blaze! Use it well! So close a call offers no solace in victory. What fails to destroy us only enhances our chances against future adversaries. Ox carts make for relatively safer travel. Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
This ox cart's bound for Vernworth.
I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
From bad to worse.
If you want to leave, you've got to fight like us! It's all where they came from!
A flawless execution. Let us try for the same result with our next attack.
turn you into a pincushion!
Apologies, Master. My mind was 1,000 leagues away.
Not like a feast to get you ready for bed. Good sleep is the key to a good adventure. Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favour.
Try not to get hit! There's all that thing below the waist!
So, do try not to catch cold. You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait right there.
Done, Master!
This is generally used as a material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside.
Come to think of it, different masters favour different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for alloy. I'll wager I could make that shot.
You cut quite the hunter's figure.
There are useful ingredients to be gathered here, I'll wager.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Come to think of it, looking around, it strikes me that we pawns are all men. I wonder if this speaks to the Arisen's preference.
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it. I will protect you. The fire must be put out before it burns! Now quarter this. Fight on, and victory shall be ours.
A resounding success!
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
We've earned ourselves a pat on the back.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
It seems you've somewhere else in mind you'd rather go. If you've no need of my guidance, by all means.
There, Master! Saurians! I grant you fire's blaze! Use it well! Try not to catch cold. Our victory is not assured here. We must be vigilant, lest our foe take us by surprise. Fall back, and I will heal you with my magics. Wait a moment.
Over here. A treasure chest. Oh, I can hardly wait to open it.
Let us hope your curiosity will be rewarded.